Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here, welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna do a gig log and I'm joined by Brian today. So say hi Brian.
Hey, what's going on guys?
The theme is comparing the Insta X5 versus the older X3 for capturing dance floor footage. The new specs boast a better battery life, better resolution, which is very useful when you zoom in, and a bigger sensor to boost low light performance. So in theory it's better, but let's actually put it to the test. But before we do, I'm gonna go over like the gig specifics. So if you're just interested in seeing a side-by-side comparison, you can go ahead and skip ahead by looking at the chapters in the description below. We're DJing the wedding of Keith and Emily at Red Butte Garden at my alma mater, the University of Utah in Salt Lake City. We are bringing Brian along to run the photo booth and to assist. I've been to this venue before and know that it is trailer friendly. Since I'm carpooling with Brian and we're bringing the photo booth, we're just going to bring the trailer. But this venue does not have the easiest load in, so we're going to try to bring gear that is compact and easy to bring from the car to the setup area. And we're set up in 3 different locations today, which we'll go over in just a second. But also note that we're not only trying to have gear that is convenient to carry, but quick to set up. And that will come in handy today because this venue has a restriction of how early you can set up because it is open to the public. So we have a different setup for the ceremony, the cocktail hour / reception, and the dinner. So I'll start with this ceremony setup. So this is on top of a hill. This is called the Fragrance Garden. We're bringing our battery-powered speaker with our dual Sennheiser lav body pack. And so today the iPad is being used as like our contingency plan, but we are using the Denon DJ Prime Go Plus. This is a battery-powered DJ controller. And I really like this setup because I have 2 volume controls for my microphones right in front of me, and I get some really good gain structure. So we took our ceremony setup and then we set up for the dinner, which was inside. And then we played music on our cocktail hour setup, which I'll go over after dinner. So dinner, I had a couple of speakers. These are the JBL Eon 1 Pro column arrays. I like these because it has an integrated 6-channel mixer. So we're using a Shure handheld PGDX. And it's just super quick to set this all up. And then for cocktail hour and our dance party reception, we are set up outside. So here is like a side-by-side of a time lapse for the 2 GoPro cameras. And I'll present this without making any judgment towards the end. Last time I was set up outside at this venue, I noticed that the terrain was a little bit sloped. So it was tricky to have some of my lighting stands because they were at an angle. In fact, I brought 2 totems and 2 movers last time I was here, and I didn't feel comfortable putting the movers on top of the totems without securing them down. So I'm using gravity stands today, and I'm sliding my both lighting DPM spots right on top. These movers are cool. They're battery operated and have built-in wireless DMX. So you basically just put it on the stand, flip it on, and that's basically all you have to do at the gig. And I like this scenario because it's attached to the gravity stand, so I'm not really worried about it sliding off. And we are using 8 pixel tubes tonight. I'm using the Both Lighting 360 pixel tubes, battery operated, built-in wireless DMX. We're given a really nice central location, so we can do some really cool symmetry here. If I would have used my old flat-based stands, these would have been very crooked, but luckily I'm using the Bun Gear quad pods, and so these have 4 different legs that you can use to level, and that came in clutch at this particular event. I mean, that's a perfect reason why I'm a huge fan of these stands. We are using the Humpter B3 DJ booth with our Rain 1 DJ mixer. We're using 20 Both Lighting IR4 uplights. We're having some uplight our DJ setup. We're uplighting the facade of the building, as well as we're uplighting some of the trees behind me. We're using the RCF Evox 12 as speakers, and we are using SOUNDSWITCH to control all of our lights. And I am using the SOUNDSWITCH shortcut. That is the template that I have for sale that you can check out. I'll have a link in the description below. It is part of my workflow. Okay, before we get to the gig, and I'm going to show you like side-by-side comparisons of like this video footage, I just want to go over the camera settings a bit. So I am using like this Y stand. This is just something I have laying around at home. But I thought this was kind of cool so I could put the two cameras side by side. And note that they're not going to capture the exact same thing because they're not in the exact same spot. They do have different settings on each one, so I'm trying to do my best to have them be the same. So on the Insta360 X3, I am just having it shoot video at its highest resolution setting. And there's a setting on the X5 that's supposed to be optimized for low light situations, so I am using that. And one of the quirks of having a 360 camera is that it captures all the angles all at once, a 360 field of vision. You have to edit your 360 videos with keyframes to fit your video. So I manually edited these on my computer, and the keyframes may not be perfect, and so I apologize. But I try to do a good job just kind of comparing different scenarios like low light situations, zooming in. But yeah, here is the video. Please enjoy.
It's driving me crazy, and I didn't understand this idea until I saw you dancing. And when you walk up, sing it.
Let me see you jump up.
Grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight.
But I'm a 90s. I love it. I love it.
All right, and so that's the gig. So not a perfect test by any means. The uplight was shining on the cameras pretty intensely towards the end, and so there was a lot of blur. I had my haze machine right underneath the camera, so I think that caused some distortion sometimes. But while editing this, I was surprised with how well the X3 held up against the X5 as far as footage-wise. I thought both of them did a good job. I do think that the X5 offered slight improvements as far as like quality, as well as usage. When you turn on these cameras, there's like a button to push that it will go from sleep to on to capture footage, and the X5 was a lot more responsive and a lot quicker. The X3 takes a few seconds to boot up and then start capturing your footage, which I think as a DJ, when you're about to see something exciting happen, sometimes it's nice to have something a little bit more responsive. I thought the sound quality was pretty good on both, but I definitely did notice an improvement on the X5. Then again, I am not too concerned about sound quality with my action camera footage that I'm just using to create content. Good enough is good enough in my opinion, but I know not everybody believes in that. So if you're wanting excellent quality, I would still probably record your set on your laptop and then sync to it later. That's probably going to be much better quality anyways. In the highlight conditions, I felt like that it was almost the same quality. I did not really notice that the X5 did much better. And in low quality conditions, I think just with the setup and with the uplight pointing right at the camera, I do think that the X3 looked better in some situations. When I zoomed into the crowd, especially that guy when he was like pointing at me, I did notice that it was a little bit more grainy and pixelated on the X3 than the X5. Maybe not enough for a lot of people to justify an upgrade. And I felt like the battery was being drained quite a bit when I was trying to shoot at a high quality in that low light mode. So I don't think it would have lasted the boasted 3 hours of a dance set doing that. But I wanted to make this video, so I didn't really want to test the bounds of the battery and have no footage. So yeah, basically that's the X3 versus the X5. I still think both are good action cameras. The fate of my X3 is to be determined. I may sell it. I still have the original box. I may just have other people who work under me to use it and get footage from them. I struggle making enough time to edit my own video, so that's probably not gonna happen. Well, thank you so much for watching this gig log. What did you think? Was my upgrade from the X3 to the X5 worth it or not? Let me know down below. Anyways, that was the gig. Thank you so much for watching. Please smash like and subscribe. If you're interested in either of these cameras, I'll have links in the description below. Thank you. Goodbye. What do you think, Brian? Is today a good day to be a DJ?
Oh, absolutely. Especially up here where it's all the flowers are in bloom and it smells delicious. Edit that out.
Indeed. I'm not editing it out.
Edit that out.